Hey, so welcome back. In this video, we're actually going to address the how to outsource. So I'm actually going to go into my computer for this so that I can map it out on a whiteboard. Right now I don't have the ideal situation. I'm living at a beach, so I don't have all of my normal stuff. So I've got a whiteboard inside of my computer, so I'm gonna go there right now, and what we're gonna actually address is we're gonna identify what to outsource, which we did in step 1, get that list out. Then we're gonna go into locating the employee, so you can kind of understand like how to find these people. We're gonna go over a job creation post, like what you should and shouldn't include, so that you know ultimately like what you should be sharing in the post, so you can bring about your ideal employee. The next step is gonna be an interview process, whether or not you should do one, or how to kind of structure it so that you're comfortable with hiring someone and making sure that you actually like them. And the last part is going to be the systems. So creating the systems and kind of handing them off to someone. So we're going to go right into the computer now. I'll see you there.
Hey, welcome. It's Chris here, and I'm actually inside of my computer right now, and inside of your computer. Okay, so we're going to get right into this. Like I addressed earlier, we're going to go over what to outsource. We already kind of did that. You have a rough outline of all of the things that you currently do, and kind of like what you like doing and what you don't like doing, the whole fun, not fun stuff. So you've already done this. So let me see if I can circle these to kind of show you. So you've done this already. What's next is to locate employees. Okay, so I'm going to actually share with you 2 of my favorite resources to use for where I actually find and hire all of my employees, and share that with you. And I'm going to actually link down below to these sites that you can learn more about this, actually hire people yourself. But locating employees. So for me personally, I really like the Philippines. I've had a lot of success with hiring people from the Philippines over the last 6-7 years. And I actually, funny story, I got my first virtual assistant or employee when I was in college, and I had someone writing and doing research for a term paper. So I've been doing this for a pretty long time. Here's where to actually locate employees. The first one is onlinejobs.ph, and I'm going to link up down below to this. And if you like what I'm teaching here, I actually get an affiliate commission for referring people to my recommended things. And as you'll see here, I actually am actively using this to get a couple other people onto my team. And another resource is 123 Employee. And once again, this is another thing that I use, and if you use my link, I'll get a small commission for it. So small business for this one. And each of these is a little unique depending on what you're looking for. So a lot of the times I use onlinejobs.ph because it finds individuals for me. And you'll see here in job posts, video person who loves editing and creating great stories. Another job title, graphics ninja wanted, social media images and branding. Another for sales funnel design rockstar wanted. Another A player wanted, content writer position in the health niche, and another A player wanted in the technical ninja. So you can see that I've actually actively been doing this, and you'll see here applicants, hits. Applicants is how many people actually applied for the position, and hits is how many people actually saw the post. You'll see like this video person one, I had a lot more applicants than all the others, and I kind of did a different viewpoint. I kind of had testing of people out on this one, whereas normally I hire a couple at a time, and then over the next like 2 weeks they kind of work themselves out to see who's best. But the next thing, 123 Employee, this is what I use a lot of the time. I actually have my tech person I found through 123 Employee. And the way this works is they actually have like a project manager come in. So if you have all your stuff mapped out and you know what needs to get done, they have dedicated people who can kind of step in and handle those roles. I specifically use these guys for tech stuff just because I'm terrible at it. And when it comes to creating websites or setting up servers or any of the junk that needs to get done, I have like panic attacks. I freak out. I can't do it. And if you're the same way, like 123 Employee is great for that. But I'm going to, we'll go to create job posting. So I'm going to address common things to include so that you can kind of start finding good people. I mean, that's really important, is to find good people, right? So let's go over a couple of the posts that I've found people. So you'll see the title here, A Player Wanted, Technical Ninja. So this was actually before I found 123 Employee. I had hired a tech person on here, and it ended up working out better going with 123 Employee for that particular thing, just because they have people, on backups. And right now I don't want to get into the the kind of debate of having, a full team or an individual working for you, because I like both, and it depends on, what you're doing. With 123 Employee, I love the fact that if someone's not available to do something, there's another person who can kind of step in and do it for you. It's really great. And you can see here, clients are hiring 123 Employee virtual assistants to help with social media, Facebook, Twitter, article marketing, video marketing, blogs, social bookmarking. So like all of this stuff, customer service, customer support, telemarketing, data mining, personal assistant, virtual assistant. This site's great for finding like full teams. It's a little more expensive than onlinejobs.ph, but this is about the job posting. So we'll see here, A-player wanted, content writer position, health niche, sales funnel design rockstar wanted. You'll see here just from the titles, you're kind of filtering people at the start, like figuring out, what looks good and identifying people who will be good employees. And it all starts with the headline, like it all starts with the job title. And a lot of people are going to send you applications where they didn't really read through your descriptions and things. So I'm gonna actually teach you a cool little thing that'll filter out the people who aren't detail oriented, and you always want people who are detail oriented. So let's see here. You can see here, job overview. I'm looking for someone to help make awesome videos for me and my clients. To start off, you'll be working on my personal blog videos and branding for them. So specializing in content around vlogs will be a major plus. And then I link up to my YouTube channel so that they can review what I am doing and kind of have an idea of what I like. And then I talk about what my channel is about. If that's something you enjoy, this might be a good fit. I also say I want to have royalty-free music. So this is kind of setting the pre-framing the person so that they kind of know what they're going to get into. I have here several years experience editing videos and have a portfolio that includes several YouTubers and content creators. And you'll see here I will need videos edited to be used on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Basically, I want to send you the video files, you take them and edit them down to make a video and then cut it up to make it appropriate for each of those different platforms. As you can see here in this description, I'm telling them exactly what I want done. And there's another thing here. Include your favorite vlogger in your response so I know that you read through the description here. Share why you like that person. You'll see here, this is something that if someone is just browsing through and like aimlessly sending their resume, their application in without reading stuff, if someone doesn't include their favorite vlogger in here, I mean, everyone who does video editing has a favorite vlogger. So that makes sense, right? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So it's making sure that someone pays attention and is reading the content, because when you're sending them emails, when you're communicating with them, you want to know that the stuff that you're telling them is registering. That the person, they read the thing, they understand what you're looking for, ultimately that you guys are on the same page when it comes to getting something done. So another trick that I use, other virtual assistants and outsourcers and stuff, is I'll include something that just says, include your favorite color, so that I know you read the description. You can even put like, share your favorite color in the email response to me or the headline. And what this does is you'll get a ton of responses from people who didn't read it, and you can immediately cut out like 60 to 80% of the applicants because they're not detail oriented. So right there, that's going to save you a ton of time with kind of, having to deal with people who aren't a good fit. And then it takes it from, like in this case, I had 29 applicants. So I had a good amount who didn't include their favorite vlogger, which what that tells me is that they aren't the person for me. And I found a great person because of this process. Okay, so that's just one little tip, I guess a couple different tips. So the next thing I have interviews. Let's see if I can move this down. Okay, so we got interviews. So if you've never done an interview before, that's understandable. I didn't either when I first got started with this. Luckily for us, in the case of me hiring a video person, the interview was simply sending them a file. Actually, I sent them 3 files. I sent them 3 videos that I shot, and I sent them a couple different vlogger feel like videos that I liked, and I said, like, let me see what you can do, like create something. And right off the bat, that eliminated another couple people, I think like 5 or 6 people who just didn't even respond to that. So I sent them the video, and they had great resumes, like everything looked good. But when I sent them their first task, just as a little test, like something that would maybe take them like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, a lot of them didn't do it. So that kind of cut down on the interview time because I eliminated even more people. So it started off off at 29 people. And then when I gave them the task, it knocked it down. Or actually, first it was the favorite vlogger. So we'll say that bumped it down to like 15 actual applicants. And then from there, it was 5 people who actually fit the stuff. And then I sent these 5 people the videos. Like I sent them 3 videos to test stuff. And only 3 of them responded to that. And guess what? I went from having to interview 29 people down to interviewing 3. That's awesome. Like, think about the amount of time that you save. So if you do 30 minutes on each of these, so what's that? 29 times 30 minutes per interview. Let's see, what is that? Where's my calculator? 29 times 30. So it's 870 minutes. 870 minutes. Total investment. And then we'll take this down to 3 interviews, 30 minutes. And, the interviews can only take like 15 minutes if you want. Like, if you guys hit it off right off the bat, you'll understand. You'll have that gut feeling. So think about that. That's 90 minutes if you do 30-minute interviews for these people. So look at that. Right off the bat, you go from 870 minutes of your time down to 90 minutes. That's a pretty crazy, significant drop in the amount of time that you need to put into this just by doing simple little things like favorite color and then like test. And then you can even like let them know this will be paid. And I did that. I paid these people for their time. In this instance, it was set around $3 per hour. And if $3 per hour bugs you because you're in a first world country that pays people $10 or $15 an hour, perfectly understandable for you to feel this way. Like, I felt really bad when I first did it, but then when I went to the Philippines and actually met people and realized that $3 an hour is a really good wage for people. And the cost of living varies depending on where in the world you are. Fine. Like, you can even ask them, like in the interview, say, are you comfortable with, $3 an hour, $4 an hour, $5 an hour, whatever price you can currently afford to pay them. As you grow and as you guys get better and work together better, you can give them raises. And of course, with the Philippines specifically, there's the 13th month, which is a bonus that you give people. And I don't want to get into that right now, but it's another way to kind of pay them as a like Christmas bonus. Okay, so now you have 3 people. So do you think that you can spend an hour and a half interviewing 3 people who have already proven to you, through your little test, that they should be part of your team? To me, I think that's 100% worth the time. So then what? Well, you hire them. And then how do you do that? Well, you do a 2-week trial. Let's see, 2 weeks. So if you have the systems in place, like if you got this thing in order, like the what to outsource, if you know what that is, then it's simply giving someone 2 weeks to do it. And this is going to be a paid trial. So we'll put in a little money sign up here too, because you want these people, these potential employees, these potential team members to know that you're going to be paying for them, that you value their time, and that you want this to be a win-win scenario for both of you. So during this 2 weeks, let's say you hire these 3 people, or you like 2 out of the 3, and you give them both the opportunity. After that, they either prove that they're going to be good, and of course, during this 2-week trial, like, you need to be talking to them. So this will be, I'm a terrible drawer around here, but this will be you. Like, look at those fancy things, and then this will be 2 people. Oh my, these are so accurately drawn, aren't they? Okay, so this will be person 1, this will be person 2. So you'll be talking to them. I don't know how to draw a talking symbol, but you get like, words. Okay, so you'll be communicating with them during this 2 weeks, and you'll be like working back and forth to figure out what works and what doesn't. And as you do this, number one person or number 2 is going to be like an A player, and the other is going to be like a B or C. And by filtering people, like, you're not going to have D's or C players even. You'll have A's and B's. You'll have people who have already, passed the first little tests to make sure that they qualify to work with you. This is really why you need to like trust the process. Like, start off with this, what to outsource, locate the employees, which I mentioned, create the job postings, do the interviews, and then hire. During the 2 weeks, these people are going to really let you know, like, who's awesome. And what's cool about this is if both of these people are great, like, let's say this isn't a B player, this is another A player, what you can do is if you personally don't have work for them, guess what? Let's say this is your network. So you've got like a bunch of people. Just picture that this is like actual people, not just lollipops. But we'll say like this is your network. Here's 5 people in your network that you talk to all the time that are also business owners. Let's say they're also looking for an A player. Guess what? You can send this person or this person over to them to do work, and you're going to be putting goodwill into your community. Like you'll be helping out your friends in your network by giving them a player. Or of course, you can have them both keep competing for the next 2 months. Have them keep creating content and see who does the best job. And realistically, what could happen is they could do phenomenal work, and you could keep both of them on. So this is long-winded, but it's just a way to kind of understand the filter process, like understanding that you're going to start with people who are good, average people, and then you're going to filter that down by, tell you their favorite color, their favorite vlogger, maybe their favorite food, just something that will teach you a little bit about them as well as separate them from the people who don't take the time to answer questions. After that, it's simply creating the job posting, and you kind of saw the template. I'm going to actually, I'll include at the end of this whole video series a worksheet that goes over all of this in detail so that you can, have a better understanding of all this. But, you make the posting, you conduct the interviews of the few people who stand out, and then you'll hire. So I'm hoping that this is making sense and that this is hitting home with you so you can start to put more of these outsourcing systems in place. In the next video, we'll actually go through more questions that you'll have about this process. So thank you again for watching. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get more content. Beautiful handwriting. That's terrible. Subscribe. Okay, so subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for the next video. Thanks again, and I'll see you over there in the next video.